Millions of people are caught in a modern productivity loop. They listen to podcasts, read success stories, and consume endless hours of motivational content, yet they never actually take the first step toward their goals. The root of this paralysis is how we define readiness. We've been conditioned to sit on the edge, waiting for perfect conditions and demanding a 100% guarantee of success before making a move. But in the real world of business and career growth, staring at the map isn't the same as walking the terrain. Trying to map out every single step without actually testing the waters usually guarantees you won't get anywhere. The irony is that this obsession with guaranteed success is the exact mechanism keeping people completely stuck. Take the case of Harshal. He's an IT product manager currently working in Gurgaon, and he desperately wants to escape his polluted corporate environment and move back to the hills of Himachal Pradesh. His plan looks like the traditional dream: save up enough money to buy agricultural land in the mountains and start a horticulture business. That land costs around 2 crores. Here's the trap. Harshal currently has 50 lakhs in savings. To make this move, he would have to stretch his finances to the absolute breaking point, taking on massive leverage. Once that capital is locked up in land, his entire financial future depends on external variables he cannot control, like sudden climate shifts. If a single bad harvest hits, the entire plan collapses. Harshal is stuck in the city because his current roadmap is mathematically fragile. It cannot survive a single point of failure. There is a completely different way to approach this problem. Instead of spending years trying to engineer a plan with a perfect success rate, you intentionally design a strategy assuming a 99. The mechanics of this pivot rely on one specific rule. You must find ways to break your massive, expensive risk down into hundreds of tiny experiments where failing costs absolutely zero capital. Every meaningful action carries the risk of failing. But when you remove the financial sting from those failures, you remove the fear holding you back. You can finally start executing. You stop viewing a misstep as a disaster and start using it simply as a data point to figure out what works. Let's apply this to Harshal. He wants geographic freedom. Instead of buying a 2 crore farm, he can leverage his existing IT experience to secure a remote position, allowing him to rent a home in the mountains immediately. He can use AI platforms to match his specific work history with US or UK-based companies that actively recruit global remote talent. This chart visualizes the new math. He could do 10 interviews and get rejected 9 times. The financial cost of those rejections is 0 rupees. But that one successful interview gives him the exact lifestyle you wanted. Achieving that mountain lifestyle doesn't require a 2 crore leap of faith. It just requires a solid internet connection and the willingness to face a few free rejections. The same logic applies to building a business. You can spend your evenings and weekends using AI to build small software applications, often called SaaS or software as a service, without hiring a single employee or renting an office. Going in, you set a realistic baseline. You assume that your first 99 attempts to build an app will completely fail to generate revenue. With only a few hours of free time at stake, these 99 failures function as low-cost scientific experiments that reveal exactly what the market is willing to pay for. Building wealth in the digital age is essentially a numbers game. The advantage goes to the person who can afford to strike out the most times. Finally, there is the question of where to put your existing savings. Instead of placing blind bets on mutual funds, you can invest that capital directly into high-end skill certifications. This comparison shows the difference in risk. When putting money into the broader market, returns rely on corporate variables with 0 visibility. But when you invest in upgrading your resume, you create a direct stair-step increase in your own market value. Investing in personal capability provides a permanent hedge against market volatility. Once you acquire a high-value skill, that asset remains with you regardless of economic shifts. This mindset shift is becoming an urgent requirement. Right now, executives are actively hunting for ways to use AI to slash their human overhead. New autonomous tools act as tireless, highly accurate digital employees, capable of executing the workflow of entire departments in a fraction of the time. If you sit comfortably in a traditional role, assuming your monthly salary is guaranteed indefinitely, you are in the most vulnerable position possible. The traditional concept of a safe corporate job is disappearing. In an economy moving this fast, refusing to adapt and playing it safe is the most dangerous risk you can take. You simply cannot avoid failure in a rapidly shifting economy, but you have absolute control over the financial size of those failures. By stacking these data points and refining your approach through calculated micro-risks, you significantly improve the odds your next move works. Once you engineer a life where the cost of failing is zero, taking action becomes unstoppable.